You're the first to arrive at the office and the last to leave. Your boss tells you, "You're the best. I couldn't run this place without you." But when the paycheck arrives, nothing has changed. You've missed another dinner with your kids, and deep down, you wonder, if I'm the best, why does my bank account look the same? This video is not about blaming your boss, your company, or the system. It's about something much deeper, realizing your own value. Because the truth is, the rich don't just rely on hard work. They use salary secrets, strategies hidden in plain sight that transform a paycheck into freedom. And today, I'm going to reveal 10 of those secrets. Some will surprise you, some will challenge you, but all of them will make you see your salary in a way you never have before. If you are new here, subscribe to the channel and let's dive in. Let's kick things off with the first secret, because if you miss this, every other secret falls apart. Pay yourself first. Most employees pay everyone else before they ever pay themselves. The rent gets its share, the bills eat what's left, loans demand their piece. And then, maybe if there's anything still standing, you think about saving. But by then, it's gone. The wealthy, on the other hand, flip the order. The moment their salary hits, they move at least 10% directly into investments or long-term growth accounts. They don't wait for leftovers, because leftovers never build wealth. And here's the truth. Paying yourself first isn't selfish. It's self-respect. It's how you tell your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. Imagine if every month, without fail, your future got paid before Netflix, before the car, even before the government. That's the foundation of wealth, and one of the secret the rich know, but you don't. Because without this one, every other strategy leaks like a broken bucket. Now that you understand this, let's move to the next secret. Mastering the tax game. Over your lifetime, you'll pay more in taxes than in housing, cars, and vacations combined. And yet, most people never learn the rules. They play blind, handing back thousands every single year that could have gone to freedom. The wealthy don't cheat the system. They simply learn it. They leverage retirement accounts, housing credits, education benefits, and health deductions that ordinary workers ignore. And here's a line worth remembering. It's not the money you make, it's the money you keep that builds wealth. Think about that. A person earning $60K who keeps 80% through strategy can end up wealthier than someone earning $90K who bleeds half of it away. And speaking of purpose-driven wealth, that's what I'm testing right now. I'm building a Google Sheets command center, a strategy hub that tracks net worth, investments, income, spending, and compounding progress. If enough people want it, I'll launch it soon, and early supporters get an exclusive discount. Check the link below. Secret 3, live below, invest above. Here's something that quietly separates the wealthy from the exhausted middle class. Every time the average worker gets a raise, their lifestyle expands. A bigger paycheck becomes a bigger car, a bigger house, a bigger monthly burn. The rich think differently. They freeze lifestyle inflation and channel the extra into assets. They live below so they can invest above. It doesn't mean deprivation, it means clarity. Instead of upgrading to a luxury car that loses half its value in 5 years, they put that money into assets that grow and eventually buy luxuries for them. Here's the key psychological shift. Most people trade their future for temporary comfort, while the wealthy delay comfort to multiply their future. This is one of the biggest secrets the rich know, but you don't. A mindset so radical because it isn't about chasing bigger paychecks, it's about breaking the automatic reflex to spend more every time you earn more. Moving on to the next secret. Buy assets, not toys. This is a temptation we all face. The salary comes in, and the first instinct is to reward ourselves. A new car, the latest phone, gadgets that feel like progress but drain our future. The rich use a different filter. Before they buy, they ask, will this put money into my pocket or take it out? That's the dividing line between assets and toys. Assets create wealth, stocks, rental property, index funds, businesses. Toys create short-lived dopamine, but long-term regret. And here's the irony. By buying assets first, eventually, your assets can pay for the toys guilt-free. Imagine your investments covering the car payment instead of your paycheck. This principle is repeated for a reason, because every salary has two paths: to feed consumption or to plant seeds. Which one you choose determines whether your future self thanks you or resents you. Now that you understand assets versus toys, let's move to a mindset shift, using your salary as leverage, not a cage. Secret 5. Use salary as leverage, not a cage. Too many employees see their salary as a cage, a safety net that traps them in one place with one company doing one thing. But the wealthy treat their salary as leverage. They see it as a launching pad, not a ceiling. Part of it funds their investments. Another part funds education, skills, and certifications that increase their value. And sometimes it even seeds a side business or venture that multiplies far beyond the paycheck. Here's the hard truth. If you only rely on your employer's plan for your future, you're outsourcing your destiny. But when you view your salary as leverage, you regain control. Think of it this way. Every dollar you earn has a choice. Will it keep you in place or will it help you break free? When you flip the frame, your job stops being a cage and becomes capital for freedom. Now that you see how leverage shifts everything, let's protect the fuel of the entire system, your cash flow. Cash flow is oxygen. Without it, even the wealthiest-looking life suffocates. Too many people let debt, bad habits, and high-interest payments strangle their paycheck before it can work for them. The wealthy are ruthless about protecting cash flow. They eliminate consumer debt quickly, negotiate interest rates, and keep an emergency buffer. They know that money flowing in and out determines survival more than income levels. As Warren Buffett once said, if you buy things you don't need, soon you will have to sell things you need. That quote hits, because it's true. Protecting cash flow is not about hoarding, it's about creating breathing space for investments to grow. And that's the salary secret the rich rely on, the backbone that holds everything together. By the way, if you're enjoying the video so far and want more topics like this, comment the word MORE so I know. Secret 7. Salary negotiation is a wealth skill. Many people spend their entire careers waiting for the company to recognize their value, but recognition doesn't always equal reward. The rich see negotiation as survival, not arrogance. They research, they time their requests, and they present undeniable value. They're not afraid to switch jobs when a ceiling is reached, because here's the truth. Loyalty is beautiful, but loyalty without leverage often leads to stagnation. Every raise compounds for life. Miss one, and you miss decades of growth. This is why negotiation is not just about today's paycheck, but tomorrow's compounding. In fact, a $5,000 raise invested every year could grow into hundreds of thousands over a career. Negotiation is not optional. It's essential. Now that you see how income itself can be shifted, let's talk about the next secret, and that is building invisible income streams outside your main paycheck. Now this is where salary stops being the end game and becomes the seed. The wealthy never rely on a single stream. They plant invisible income sources early: dividends, royalties, index funds, even small online ventures. Each one seems small at first, 100 here, a few hundred there. But stacked over years, they create breathing space. They reduce dependence on one job, one boss, one paycheck. Imagine the peace of mind of knowing your bills are covered by assets, not hours worked. That's why building invisible income streams is such a pivotal part of the salary secrets the rich use, but you don't. It's the moment where a paycheck stops being the end and starts becoming the seed. Because freedom isn't built in one leap, it's built drip by drip. And the earlier you plant, the sooner you escape survival mode. Now that you see how income multiplies, let's talk about the invisible superpower that makes it grow: time and compounding. Most people chase timing, trying to buy low, sell high, guess the market. The wealthy don't play that game. They understand time beats timing. A simple $500 invested monthly, consistently for 25 years becomes millions, not because of luck, but because of discipline. The trap is thinking, you'll start later. Later never comes. The wealthy start now, knowing time is the multiplier. Compounding is the crown jewel. It turns ordinary salaries into extraordinary fortunes. The secret isn't genius, it's patience. And patience is rare. Now that you see how time transforms money, let's talk about the deepest shift of all: your mindset. Finally, let's close with the biggest secret: the mindset. The poor and middle class see themselves as consumers. Their salary exists to buy things. The wealthy flip it. They see themselves as owners. Every dollar is a soldier, every purchase a decision. Instead of asking, how much does this cost? They ask, what will this return? That one shift changes everything. That one shift changes everything. It affects not just money, but health, relationships, and time. Because ownership means responsibility. It means no one is coming to save you. Your salary can be a trap, or it can be your escape. And this idea sits at the very core of the secrets the rich use. Because without this shift, every other strategy eventually collapses. The soul of the message? Your boss doesn't define your wealth, your habits do. And once you embrace ownership, you stop waiting, and you start building. So let's pull it all together. Your salary isn't just a paycheck, it's potential. You've seen how paying yourself first secures your future, how mastering taxes protects your freedom, how living below and buying assets above multiplies your growth. You've seen how using your salary as leverage, protecting cash flow, and negotiating raises transforms your income into power. And you've seen how building invisible streams, letting compounding work, and shifting your mindset from consumer to owner reshapes your destiny. But here's the key. Don't try to do it all at once. Start small. Automate one transfer into savings. Learn one tax rule you didn't know before. Redirect one lifestyle upgrade into an asset instead. These tiny shifts build momentum. Over time, they compound, just like your money. Remember, the goal isn't to demonize bosses or jobs. It's to recognize your value in work, in family, in health, and in wealth. And there you have it. 10 salary. Secrets the rich use, but you don't. This isn't theory. It's a map. Apply it step by step, stay consistent, and you'll watch your paycheck evolve from survival into freedom. Remember, this video is for educational purposes only and does not constitute investment advice. It is important to conduct thorough research and consult with financial professionals before making any investment decisions. The value of investments can fluctuate, and past performance is not indicative of future results. Always assess your risk tolerance and investment goals before allocating your capital. If you found value today, I highly recommend watching my next video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Also, feel free to leave your comment below, especially if this video made you think differently. I appreciate your support more than you know. Until next time, Stay consistent, stay patient, and stay winning. See you in the next one, Money Magician.